Before you even think about buying the Fujifilm X-T6 or switching to full frame, you need to see what is coming. The leaked 2026 roadmap for the upcoming Fujifilm X-T6 has just surfaced, and it is about to change the APS-C market forever. We are looking at a revolutionary internal overhaul, including the debut of the X-Trans CMOS 6 sensor and professional 8K video specs that were once reserved for high-end cinema rigs. Is this the camera that finally makes full frame unnecessary for professional creators? Today we are cutting through the noise to bring you the most authentic, data-driven look at the X-T6. We've analyzed verified supply chain data and retail leaks to give you the final picture of what to expect. The Fujifilm X-T series has always been about the soul of photography, the tactile dials, and that vintage aesthetic we all love. But for years, there's been a silent trade-off. You got the feel, but you often lagged behind Sony or Canon when it came to sheer technical horsepower, specifically in autofocus and video bit rates. That ends in 2026. The X-T6 isn't just an incremental update, it is a flagship-level disruptor. At the heart of this beast is the brand new X-Trans CMOS 6 HRBSI sensor. Now, the resolution is staying at 40 megapixels, which might disappoint those hunting for 60, but there is a massive catch. This is a partially stacked sensor design. For the uninitiated, stacked means speed. This architecture allows the sensor to read data significantly faster than the current X-T5. This solves the rolling shutter issues that have plagued Fuji's high-resolution video for years. When you pair this with the new X Processor 6, you get a brain capable of handling massive data throughput without the dreaded overheating. Speaking of video, this is where the X-T6 officially enters flagship territory. The leaks confirm internal 8K 30p recording. This isn't just a marketing gimmick, we are talking about 10-bit 4:2:2 internal recording with ProRes support. For professional cinematographers who need to deliver high-fidelity content for big screens, the X-T6 becomes a viable A-cam. It's no longer just a stills camera that does video. It is a cinema powerhouse in a retro body. But let's talk about the one thing that will keep you glued to your viewfinder, the AI-driven autofocus. Fujifilm has finally integrated a dedicated AI processing chip into the X-T6. This system features over 500 focus points with deep learning subject tracking. We aren't just talking about human eyes and faces anymore. The X-T6 is being tuned to recognize complex subjects like high-speed vehicles, birds, and even insects with a precision that finally rivals the top-tier full-frame competition. If you've ever missed a shot because your camera hunted for focus in low light, this AI brain is the solution you've been waiting for. One of the most talked about leaks involves the physical design. The X-T series has traditionally been the last bastion of the three-way tilt screen, which photographers love for staying on axis. However, retail data suggests the X-T6 will feature a hybrid way screen. This appears to be a 360-degree flip screen that can also tilt, similar to what we've seen on some Panasonic models. It's a move designed to satisfy the vlogging community while trying to appease the purists. Will it work, or is it a design fail? The community is already divided, but for hybrid creators, it's a massive win for versatility. For those of you into landscape and architectural photography, the 200MP pixel shift multi-shot is returning, but with a twist. Thanks to the improved IBIS, which is now rated for a staggering 8.5 stops of stabilization, the X-T6 may allow for handheld pixel shift in certain conditions. Imagine walking through the streets of New York or London and capturing a 200-megapixel file without a tripod. That is the level of engineering Fujifilm is aiming for. Pricing is another area where things get interesting. In the premium markets of the US, UK, and Australia, we are expecting a launch price around $1,999. While that is a jump from the X-T5's original MSRP, the hardware inside, specifically that partially stacked sensor and 8K capability, puts it in direct competition with cameras that cost $3,500 and up. It is a strategic move to dominate the prosumer market. Now, why should you pay close attention? Because the release window is tighter than you think. While the X-T5 launched in November, the internal roadmap points to a September 2026 reveal. This aligns perfectly with the major tech shows, and manufacturing is already rumored to be ramping up in late 2025 to meet the demand of the holiday season. there is also a whisper about new film simulations. Fujifilm knows their color science is their secret weapon. The X-T6 is rumored to debut 2 new simulations specifically designed for high dynamic range video. These will allow creators to get that finished look straight out of the camera, saving hours in the color grading suite. For the fast-paced world of digital content creation, this efficiency is worth the price of admission alone. The build quality is also seeing a subtle but important shift. While some felt the X-T5 had more plastic on the bottom plate compared to its predecessors, the X-T6 is moving back toward a more premium, full magnesium alloy chassis. It's being built to survive the rigors of professional travel and street photography. So, what does this mean for you? If you are a current X-T3 or X-T4 user, this is the upgrade you have been waiting for. The jump in autofocus performance and video resolution is generational. If you are an X-T5 owner, the decision is tougher, but the 8.5 stops of IBIS and the AI tracking might just be enough to pull you across the line. Fujifilm is clearly tired of being the alternative choice. With the X-T6, they are coming for the crown. They are proving that you don't need a heavy full-frame sensor to get world-class professional results. You get the dials, you get the soul, and now, you finally get the speed to match. As we get closer to the September launch, we expect more hands-on leaks to surface. But based on the supply chain data we have now, the X-T6 is shaping up to be the most important APS-C camera of the decade. It is a bold statement from a company that refuses to follow the crowd. If you're a professional creator looking for a tool that doesn't just work, but inspires you to create, the X-T6 is likely your next purchase. The era of the full-frame killer is finally here, and it's wrapped in a beautiful, retro Fujifilm body. We have to look deeper at the internal cooling because recording 8K in a body this compact is a massive engineering challenge. Early schematics suggest a new heatsink design that utilizes the entire magnesium alloy frame to dissipate thermal energy. This means longer record times without needing an external fan, which preserves the sleek, weather-sealed integrity of the XT line. This is crucial for wedding photographers and documentary filmmakers who often work in unpredictable environments. Additionally, the electronic viewfinder is getting a significant bump to 5.76 million dots with a 120 Hz refresh rate. This removes the digital feel and provides a near-optical experience, which is essential for tracking fast action. The battery life is also seeing an optimization. While it still uses the NPW235 battery, the X-Processor 6 is significantly more power efficient. You can expect about 20% more frames per charge compared to previous models. This efficiency extends to the dual UHS-2 card slots, which now feature an improved buffer. You can fire off continuous bursts for seconds on end without the camera locking up to write data. It's these small, professional-grade refinements that make the X-T6 feel like a complete package. Fujifilm is also expanding the ecosystem with a new kit lens designed specifically to resolve the 40-megapixel sensor's detail more effectively. The rumored XF18 to 55mm replacement will offer faster linear motors and better corner-to-corner sharpness. When you combine this glass with the new AI autofocus, the hit rate for sharp images even in challenging conditions is expected to be the highest we've ever seen from an APS-C system. In conclusion, the Fujifilm X-T6 is not just another camera, it is a declaration of intent. It says that APS-C is a professional format, capable of competing at the highest levels of digital imaging. Whether you are shooting high fashion in Los Angeles, wildlife in the outback, or cinematic vlogs in London, this camera is being built to be your ultimate companion. We are constantly monitoring the supply chain to bring you these updates first. We keep things authentic, data-driven, and focused on what actually matters to your workflow. What feature are you most excited for? Is it the 8K video or the new AI autofocus? The specs suggest a powerhouse, but the real test will be in the hands of the creators. We'll be hanging out to discuss the specs with you. Thanks for listening, and we will catch you in the next one.